Hill figure, Star Report. Friday night, I'm your host, Star. Let's get down to business. Michael Nowak Jr., a.k.a. Brother Polight, has posted a few videos on Instagram saying he is innocent. He did not, I repeat, did not take a plea deal, and y'all niggas is doing too much. Watch how you speak on my name. Defamation lawsuits will be coming soon. Folks, I have a theory. I want to present my theory to you sometime after we get into the show. But Brother Polight, clapping back. And I also want to make a few suggestions if my theory is right. Suggestions to Brother Polight, okay? Also, showrunner, the federal judge, the state judge in San Diego has ordered that Lil Boosie, a.k.a. Boosie Badass, be released, okay? The feds tried to appeal. He was trying to get out, his lawyer. Eventually, they have posted bond. He's supposed to be released tonight, 12 midnight, San Diego time, okay? All right, Troll Babies, good evening. How you guys doing? It's Friday. Let me get my head right. If you're new to the show, we usually have loose shows on Fridays, all right? Sipping a little wine here. And Rory, I need you on the line whenever you get time. And Florida Boy Jay. We have to talk about the design of the T-shirts in my community section. The bag got different, so I got different. Are you guys trolling? Do you not like the design? Should he redo the design? Is there a graphic designer that can give him some type of suggestion other than what he has put out there? This slogan that he's been talking about, that we've been talking about on the show here, he's finally got the merch coming, and the response is not too supportive, okay? All right, phone lines are open right now. It's Friday night. Hold on a second. Some of you have been emailing me about Mariah Mills and Zion Williams. I have to say respectfully, no thank you. Nothing against the female. I don't know if she's a lady or not. She's a porn chick. You know, I've never been into porn like that. I'm a heterosexual man, fully functional. I've never had a porn collection. I don't have to dump on this chick, but at the same time, she's just one of thousands now, perhaps millions. There are no more porn stars. There haven't been since the early 90s. The market is flooded, oversaturated. Nobody focuses on one or two or even five chicks anymore. But again, a couple of people have been emailing me about Mariah Mills, if I'm saying her name right, and Zion Williams. I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Andre, I got your donation early. Good to hear from you, man. Hold on a second. And I always like to put your information on the screen. And tonight's a good night for anybody who wants to call in. Skylar Saunders, where are you, sir? Do you want to tap in? And Andre, you can always call him, man, because he's Spend Scroller. Anytime you want to just jump on the line, man, and promote your business, he says, hello, Star. Didn't the federal government pass an open carry law for all of the United States at the end of 2022? And tell FBJ to contact me. I'll draw something dope for him. Federal government passed an open carry law for all of the United States of America. It's not that easy. It's complicated, as I'm sure you may know. I mean, I can pull the notes, or do you want to chime in? They're not going to let just anybody run around with guns. So when you say open carry, that sounds good. Sounds good. There are always restrictions. I can carry in multiple states, but even I have issues from time to time. And my California road trip, I mean, I was damn near, well, not damn near. I was told by different sheriffs, based upon places I wanted to go, that, I had to be careful because it's not as easy as one would think, traveling with a firearm and a certain amount of bullets and a magazine through a goddamn state if you're from out of state, right? But thank you for your donation early. Hold on a second. And Jordan Wells, I got your book today, sir, or books. The Second Son by Jordan Wells. This is his new novel. Jordan, if you want to call in, you can promote, Sponsors, this is a great night to call in. If you're a book publisher, okay? If you're any type of sponsor, if you're in the community section. Alpha Villains, you as well. Okay, there's his book. Okay, we're gonna go off the rails tonight and have a little fun. It's Friday, okay? Holy smokes. I've got a video. And I think I want to put something out there. And I would not say this unless I saw the video. Is there a YouTuber allegedly selling Badussi in the Atlanta area? A YouTuber allegedly selling Badussi in the Atlanta area. That's all I'm going to say for right now. I've got a video. Somebody 3 o'clock in the morning out in the street doing too much. Okay? Just bear with me. Once we start getting, into the zone and the groove of the show, we'll come back and readdress it, all right? All right, now, let me get to my theory with regards to Brother Polight. Okay. Brother Polight has been clapping back at media, more so, bloggers, vloggers, social engineers, clapping at Tony the Closer. Tony the Closer is the guy who you may or may not know. He brought forth the whole flipping New Jersey scandal by way of DJ Envy and Cesar Pina and Cesar Pina's wife, Jennifer. So, Brother Polight on his IG page posted a video, and he's talking about Tony the Closer. He has the screenshots. And Tony said some things with regards to the alleged plea agreement that Brother Polight says did not happen. He didn't say it won't happen, but he just said, as of now, it has not happened. Watch how you speak on my name. So, again, Brother Polight is saying there is no such plea agreement that he has agreed to. Now, many of us saw a court proceeding. Some of us only heard the audio. It's in my community section. And you can hear the judge and the prosecution discussing a plea agreement that they hope to, just settle, button up around July the 7th, okay? And then there's a piece of audio with Brother Polight and Whack 100. Hang on a second. Are you guys up to speed? Brother Polight and Whack 100. Oh, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. Now, is Brother Polight being strategic in talking to Whack 100, a.k.a. Cash Jones, an admitted gang member? Oh, he talks that on Pyru shit, don't he? So, here's my theory. Brother Polight, like Star, is a full narcissist, a complete narcissist. I wear it, I own it. Brother Polight, like Star, is not scared of the penitentiary, not afraid to go. I just didn't have time. And Brother Polight, like Star, just doesn't have time to go to the penitentiary. Are you with me, troll babies? Are you with me? He's not scared to go. He's a Brooklyn nigga. He been fighting in them streets, as you say, huh? Tussling with niggas, shootouts, robbing people, getting robbed. It's part of, being in those streets. Brother Polight could be quite possibly, like Star, working with the feds. He said, and we had the video on one of my other platforms about a year or so ago, that he was working with the authorities. Did you catch that, troll babies? He said it. He said it. So I thought this through earlier today, and I said, he might be working with the authorities. He might not see a day in jail. Or maybe he'll see a couple of days in jail. Maybe he'll get a week in the detention house or wherever. The most I did was a week in Brooklyn Detention Center. I went to Rikers Island early 80s, couple of days, light shit. Held it down, wasn't scared. I was disgusted. The stench. Early 80s. They didn't have central AC. Oh my God, get me out of here. I don't think Brother Polight has time for the penitentiary. He's still talking about the Rolls-Royce diaries in the face of adversity. In the face of adversity, quite possibly going to the penitentiary. He's talking about the Rolls-Royce diaries. He's sitting up on the ground with a $700 fedora. That hat is either $700 or close to a rack. The glasses are $2,500. Can I get an amen from real niggas if you peeped the outfit? I think he could be working with the authorities. I say this respectfully. If he's not, then, I'm just guessing, but I myself, I have been. I own it. You know this. Matter of fact, hold on a second. You see on the screen, snitchnetwork.org. That's one of my platforms. That's my 501c3. Snitchnetwork.org. You know already, I get niggas off the streets. Huh? Just didn't have time to go to the penitentiary. So I said, fuck it. I might as well start a goddamn organization. You can Google it. Google Start Snitching 2011 Philly, okay? Let me come back to this. I'm going to get Florida Boy J on the line early. He's got stuff to do. It's Friday night. We have to talk about the design. The bag got different, so I got different. FBJ, are you there, sir? Good evening. FBJ.
Yo, Star, we on the line. We live. What's popping? What's going on, man? Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. The design, are you catching heat? Or are the people spending money? What's going on with the new merch? The bag got different, so I got different.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of good support and reviews on Instagram, Twitter. Mm-hmm. Even some of my comments, I got DMs, people purchasing shirt. We've sold about, I want to say 11 to 12 so far.
Nice.
The site traffic's looking, I'm telling you, site traffic's looking very nice.
Okay.
We're pretty much getting pinged all across the country. The fucking views are up. We're getting a lot of traffic, even seeing transactions, even some of the people who are putting the item in the bag and at checkout and have it purchased. Okay. That's still cool because it's the conversion rate between the many, people visit the site and the sales.
Nice.
And that's what we wanted. We wanted good data. We wanted good feedback.
Nice.
Brooklyn, salute to Brooklyn, because Brooklyn, a lot of people from Brooklyn have been visiting the site, and I appreciate it because I know it's a New York audience because of you, Star. So I just want to salute people, New Yorkers, people in Brooklyn specifically for supporting and going to my website. And also, I want to say that we got a black one dropping. We got a single text dropping. We got one with the graphic character.
Yeah, you have to come with different colors, man. In my opinion, objectively speaking, I'm the objective hater, not a player hater. I want to see, the big, bold, Helvetica or Impact letters. I want to see it, bang on the shirt, Come on.
Yeah, we got all that. We got that coming up. It was just niggas like anytime I tweeted or posted something on Instagram, or Twitter, niggas was quoting me so many times. I'm like, here you go. Here's a shirt. Cop that up. We got more coming down the pipe. We even got some more Pardon stuff coming out. So I just appreciate everybody coming to the site for real. It's a lot of good traffic.
Okay. Brother Polight is talking about suing niggas, defamation, talking about y'all just little niggas. Watch how you play with my name. Are you up to speed? He and Whack 100 were going at it on Clubhouse. I don't have the Clubhouse app, but I heard the audio on YouTube. Are you up to speed?
So I'm going to be honest, I'm not up to speed. I'm about to hit this Sky Bar downtown Orlando with a Hispanic woman. Nah, nigga, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We got the bag. Okay. About to go, hang out with my Latino women, and, you guys have a great show. I appreciate it, but I got, they calling me out here, so I got to dip.
Okay, go do your thing.
The bag got different, so I got different. What you want me to do?
Okay, travel safe. Yes, sir. Okay, Florida Boy J tapping in. Guys, let me just say this also with regards to Brother Polight, a.k.a. Michael Nowak Jr. If I were him, and I have been in his position, hear me out. Jail? The penitentiary? Oh, come on. Now, my reasons back in the 80s and up until 1992 for not wanting to go to the penitentiary because I was too busy, part of that was fueled because I was on the fish scale from 81 until 91. You guys started sniffing powder and other stuff, but back in those days, we were sniffing fish scale. It was flaky. Oh, it was lovely. And someone like a Whack 100, for those of you who heard the audio, did you hear him threaten Brother Polight? Oh, salute to Polight. He took it, as a true businessman should take it. Just let him talk. It's being recorded. It's a threat. He can use that to his advantage. If he gets convicted, he can say, "Hey, I've been threatened by gang members. I have to be in a certain type of housing unit, or to stay out of the penitentiary. I would, and I have thrown niggas like Whack 100, not under the bus, but in front of the fucking train. Can I get an amen from real niggas? Huh? Oh, you listen to the audio, Your Honor, prosecution. I've been working with that guy, that gang member. I've been transporting, I don't know, drugs, guns, whatever. Anybody understand where I'm going? Oh, they're saying amen. Yeah, it's a different day and time. Who the fuck has got time to sit in the penitentiary? When you can utilize the audio and the evidence, hang on a second, that is in front of you. That is part of my theory. I want to hear your theory as well, okay? Guys, phone lines are open. I couldn't get to a couple of people. Hold on a second. Pardon me for being late, okay? All right. Hi, Shanice. I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Money Marvelous, are you calling in, sir? We have a situation. I don't want to mention it until he actually calls in. Lex Diamonds, I got your donation. Yo, fam, you good? It's a Brooklyn nigga. Whenever somebody says you good, that's a Brooklyn nigga. Hey, Lex Diamonds, are you up to speed? Is Brother Garfield talking reckless about Sonetta? Can I get a confirmation on that? Or can someone reach out to Sonetta? Nevs 100, do you want to call in? Tonight's a good night for all sponsors. Newt 8282 says Florida Boy J's designer should be the YouTuber from ATL allegedly selling pussy. Area code 770. Sit tight. You're up next. Sit tight. Okay. Tony B got your donation. Saw you on the Dave Chappelle show years ago. Star. Yeah, man, that's my guy, Dave Chappelle. Great guy. Always been good to me, and vice versa. A legend, man. Yeah, I'm proud of that. That was the Player Haters Ball segment. And for those who care, just a little piece of history, the Star and Buckwild show, we were on the radio months before that segment came out. We were talking about having a Player Haters Bowl because on public access television, this is going way back, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, we used to do hate-a-thons, and we were talking about doing all sorts of player-hating events. And maybe they heard the idea from me, maybe they didn't, who cares? But they were nice enough when they were shooting that segment to call me and invite me. So I will always have respect for Dave Chappelle, Hi, Vernell, I got your donation. Thank you so much. And Christy, which finds self-tapping, and she says, Florida Boy J's designer is trash. Could have at least used a duffel bag. Okay, Friday night, area code 770. Good evening. We're talking about Brother Polight. Clapping back at niggas. There was no plea deal, according to Brother Polight. Are you there? 770.
Good evening, Star. Yes, I'm here.
How are you, sir? Where do you want to start, please?
Yeah, Brother Polight is a very brazen, bold liar, bro. This guy is crazy. Yo, the man is exposed.
Well, sir, who are we speaking to for you to call that man a liar? Maybe he's doing righteous work and you're just not, conscious enough to understand The gift and gift of gab. Who are we speaking to, sir?
You said who you speaking to?
Who are we speaking to? Please tell us.
This Max. This is Max in Atlanta.
Okay. Continue. You have the floor. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very familiar with Polight. You know, I know his whole little story and stuff, all his little stages that he came through to arrive to this point, and now, you know, his chickens are just coming home to roost. That's all.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but I mean, he's exposed. He's exposed now. You know, the man shot up the Bible. He bowed, praying the money on the bed. I remember all of that. Him doing all his madness. You know. So now he's there now. Oh, the conversation with Whack 100. He tore him a new asshole.
Who tore who a new asshole?
Whack 100. Tore Polight a new asshole.
I see it differently. I see it differently, but okay. I see it differently. Continue.
Well, he came on the phone with that self-righteousness. Oh, yeah, we're going to be sending lawsuits and stuff and this defamation. And Whack was like, yo, man. I'm a street nigga, man. Don't be talking to me about no defamation suits and shit. Man to man above that. What's up with these charges? He couldn't answer the question. He was trying to be polite, fast talk his way out of everything.
Okay.
It's not going to work. July 7th.
Okay. Can I respond, sir? Stay with me. Now, I want you to see this, or try to see this with your third eye. If you ask me, Brother Polight could have played possum, and Whack 100, who's a big mouth nigga. He's not a street nigga. He's a family man. He's a fucking entertainer. I call that nigga Clayface. He's an entertainer. I think he may have been set up by Brother Polight. You see, what he has now, the audio is golden to present to the prosecution or whoever. If he gets convicted on anything, and that, you know, if we're fifth, we'd all be drunk. He can say, I'm being threatened by gang members. My life is in danger. I need to be put in a certain type of facility out in Colorado or somewhere where I'm not at risk of being stabbed. Are you with me, sir? Can you see this? Can you see this with your third eye?
Yeah,
Come on.
definitely. I can see where he could use that to his defense. Yes, you know, to angle himself to land in certain habitations. Yeah, I can see that.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 42.
You from the New York area?
I grew up in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Crown Heights.
Oh, the Heights. Come on. You've never seen me in Brooklyn all those years putting in work? St. John's and Nostrand?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, then you weren't in those streets like that, sir. But now, hang on a second. Yeah, Brother Polight, like myself, is a narcissist. Jail is jail. Listen, I have signed proffer agreements because some of the bum ass niggas that I went on jukes missions with, they belong in the penitentiary. I don't belong there. You niggas, your fathers were in jail, your uncle, your grandfather. You fit in. I got to be out in the world helping people, and that's where I am now, helping people. The Snitch Network. I want you to finish up. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, man. I know Polight from the streets of Harlem, going back and forth over different philosophies and all of that.
Isn't he from Brooklyn?
Oh.
Hang on, isn't he from Brooklyn?
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, but he used to be up there, you know, with the Nawabians doing all the, you know.
But he's from Brooklyn, sir.
Stuff.
Sir. He's from Brooklyn, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. He is from Brooklyn.
Okay, you said Harlem. There's a difference between a fly, flashy, jiggy Harlem nigga and a Brooklyn nigga who will stab you in the fucking back quick, fast, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, sir. You've said enough. Hang on a second. Gold's Conditioning, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. for the church sermon tonight, sir. Thank you. I'm an atheist, so I have no congregation. I'm talking. If anybody wants to chime in. Luke Haney. Luke Haney says, Polight, Sarnetta, and King Flex are all liars. Okay. Thank you for your donation. Anybody else want to tap in? Okay, I'm waiting on a caller. Where is Money Marvelous? Are you ready, sir? I want to get you on the line. And let me go to PayPal. Okay. T, I got your donation. Hold on a second. T sends in a PayPal. What do you call a man making love to a deceased hooker and 5 guys in a submarine? Answer, dead fucks. We're on that type of time tonight. Old Taku got your donation. Star, did you ever see Dio live? Yes! Hang on a second. I know he changed bandmates like clothes, but who was your favorite bassist? I personally liked Jimmy Bain. Yeah, as far as Dio, Jimmy Bain. Yeah, because he was there in the early years. He helped Ronnie James Dio, top 3 greatest rock and roll singers ever. He helped him formulate the band along with Vinny Appice. Some say Vinny Appice. Brother took Carmine Appice. But yeah, Jimmy Bain was my favorite. I did see Ronnie James Dio live. Madison Square Garden, I've told this story before. I was on coke, and they were lighting off M80s inside the Garden that night. Bang! I got so fucking jittery. I was so scared, but I stayed throughout the entire show. The guitarist that night was Craig Goldie. And he did a decent job, but he was not Vivian Campbell, who, as I'm sure you know, also laid down the foundation along with Jimmy Bain. But he did a decent job. It was a great show. But thank you for your donation, okay? DVD, are you calling in, sir? I got your donation. Hold on. That might be you right there. Area code 646. Is that DVD tapping in? DVD.
This is Captain Tazariak.
Hey!
What's going on, sir?
Peace, Captain Tazariak. Good to hear from you, sir.
I'm doing all right. I was calling. I saw you doing the live on Brother Polight. So he and I have a history. I've actually been following the case, I guess, as much as anybody. I kind of disagree with the whole he didn't take a plea position.
Yes.
I think what
if I can just introduce you properly, because I have so much genuine respect for you. Captain Tazariak, Cross the Line Radio, a man who has put boots to the ground for decades. You're from New Jersey originally, yes?
Correct. Yeah, Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yes. And you have been.
I still live in Jersey.
Peace. and you are one of the people who really got behind the Africa Bambaataa Zulu Nation story. I thank you for that.
Correct.
Now you are the one who I saw first on your channel, Cross the Line Radio on YouTube. You had the Brother Polight the hearing that we are all now seeing. Take it from there, please, Captain Tazariak, please.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I know when the case first hit, I think it was like 2 years ago. Although he and I would have debate issues, this is not a charge I would want anybody to actually commit.
Right.
I just want to say that first. So I was hoping that it was not true.
Right.
He's a brother that's, pretty prominent. He parades, he has his wives and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe it's like a woman scorned or something. Mm-hmm. And then we start seeing the evidence come out. They do the DNA for semen, got all this stuff out. So, but outside of the initial arrest, it's really been quiet since I think he got locked up. He got charged back in August of 2021 rather, and so now 2023. So a couple of days ago, I saw the video where at the time it was just the audio where his attorney is there, the prosecutor is there, and the prosecutor is speaking of a plea that they've agreed to, not on every charge, but on like 5 charges. Right. That's what it seems to be so far.
Right.
And so that's why everybody is talking about it, because it's like damn, if he's copping a plea, that's like an admission of guilt.
Right.
And so when he says he isn't pleading, from what I've heard from my sources, he may not be pleading to molesting her or even raping her. But there are things that I'm being told that he is going to plead to. Now, I think we'll find out for sure, without a doubt, on July 7th, because I think that's when the court date is there. But I think that's what it is. But for him to say he's not pleading, I don't believe that to be factual, because what I've heard from the courts, there is some type of plea on the table. Maybe he got accepted or something like that.
Okay.
And I think the fact that he's even in a position like that just speaks volumes of what we allow to proliferate within our community, which we should address, which is why, like you said, I was one of the ones, myself, Irritated Genie, and others.
Peace.
That,
Peace to Irritated Genie. Good man, Irritated Genie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We were one of the ones that we had a rally in Harlem on 125th Street with Poppy. We worked with Ron Savage. We even did a lecture, which you was at. Yeah. You actually was at the lecture that we did.
Yes. I came. The hater puts boots to the ground. I was there at the lecture.
Yes, he was there.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great event. And it's just ironic that what Polight used to speak against, he's now in a position to do so. And what I want people to take the most out of it is, yes, we like Polight. He's an eloquent speaker. He's a great debater. I would never take none of that stuff from him.
Right.
But when you do stuff to children, no matter what you've accomplished, we can't let something like that slide, because that's the one thing that gets to slide no matter what in the black community. You can touch a girl, you can touch a boy.
I have to jump in right there. In. To be fair, to be objective, alleged touching. We don't know.
Okay, no problem.
He has not been convicted. I've never met Brother Polight. He is a phenomenal orator, one of the best we've seen.
I would agree.
One of the best we've seen. I was born in '64, so I mean, I've seen many come through. The evidence at this point is circumstantial. We don't know. The media can be very misleading. It's full of propaganda, and this is not to take his side, but this is just to be fair and objective. This is the objective perspective. So let's talk. I'm in no rush. I appreciate you calling in. And again, folks, I'm talking to Captain Tazariak. He is the first one that I saw bring forth the pretrial video and hearing that is in my community section. Do you think, entertain my theory, please, Captain Tazariak, that Brother Polight is a narcissist like myself, and he's not going to go down. He will fight. He will do whatever he has to do. He will throw other niggas under the bus. Snitching is not frowned upon now. And if there's a chance to get out of a jam, a situation that he may not even be guilty of, do you think that that's plausible, that he will include others?
I mean, that's a stretch, because then we would have to assume who's the others that, if he proclaims his innocence, now from a narcissistic perspective, I get what you're saying. If he proclaims his innocent, he couldn't implicate others. By implicating others, I think he would be implicating himself. It's almost like, well, I'm not going to go down with the ship or with the submarine, pun intended. I'm not going to go down with I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to go down with the sub. They're going to change that. It ain't going to be down with the ship. It's down with the submarine now. I'm not going to go down with the submarine, pun intended. But if he does that, not only is it an admission of guilt, but the one part that you write about, though, is that snitching is not frowned upon. So
Bingo.
If there was to be a scenario, it would open up a can of worms into a world that he would have to let us in. Now, of course, this is all hypothetical. I think he's just going to go down like everybody else. You know, he came, like what the previous caller that you had spoke about, the Nubians. He comes from that. Now, he never met Malachi York. Malachi York was already in jail,
right.
But he comes from that type of environment. And when you have prominent leaders, like the things you said about him, great orator, debater, like the man can talk.
Yes.
He's an excellent, talker.
Yeah.
And that can seduce enough people, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And that can seduce enough people where he can spin it in a fashion to where even if he's in jail, people will still support him because Malachi York is in jail. People still support him. R. Kelly is in jail. People still support him. Bambaataa is allowed to walk free, even though we know of 2 men that he violated. So anything's possible with him.
There are others. The Bambaataa story is not just about 1 or 2 people. It's about many. And I've still got 2 interviews in the can that I've never even released. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. And again, I'm just being objective, and I appreciate you calling in. Let's have this discussion. Is Brother Polight spinning something, or is he enlightening others? Because most people are sheep. They're not enlightened. Most people from the quote-unquote black community are not readers. Let's keep it real. And when we speak about a hypothetical of, including others, I can tell you, and I admit to this, I own it. I just didn't have time for the penitentiary. I put gun charges on other niggas. Man, fuck this nigga. You're going to jail.
God damn.
Even though, it was our drugs, it was my gun, I just ain't got time. You don't see Brother Polight, if he is guilty or gets convicted, trying to get out of that type of jam?
I do, but I would think that if that was the case, he would have already done it. Well, if we go by what the
come on,
like I would have think he would have already told, because the way that the prosecutor was talking was almost as if it was like a done deal. That's how she was talking. You don't hear his defense attorney negating it. And again, we'll see all of this July 7th. So a lot of this talk that we're talking is even hypothetical. We're talking from, okay, what we know is there's, I believe, 5 charges on the table that are still there, 2 charges that are gone. On July 7th, we find out what actual charges he's going to be charged with, if any. If he's going to plea, we find all of that. But I would think that if he was going to tell in that hypothetical you're given, I would have thought he would have already done it.
If I can
this seems like an end game.
If I can jump in.
Yeah, you can jump in.
I've been in that position, and a lot of times what the judge and the prosecution says to the people in the courtroom is not necessarily what is on the paperwork. Sometimes you have to say things for the courtroom, and even though there's a court stenographer, you say things, but there's a process and a confidentiality agreement. I have signed proffer agreements. Have you ever seen a proffer agreement?
No, I have never been in a position like that.
Yeah,
I have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ain't never been that deep in the game like that. I appreciate not having to be in that position too. I've never been in that position to have to do that. So you would be more intelligent on that logic than I would.
Clever, I mean, back in those days, man, coming from New Jersey, like yourself, I had this air of arrogance. I came to New York to experience New York, skyscrapers, hot bitches, and hanging on the east side, and so on and so forth. I didn't have time to go to the fucking penitentiary, niggas. Fuck out of here. Give me some shit to sign. Let me get the.
So you saying you just snitched? So you saying you just snitched?
Absolutely.
God damn, like that. But now you think about it, you snitching during you. So this is, I'm assuming, like in the 90s, maybe 2000s.
No. During the 80s. I was born in '64.
But that's during a time when would it be frowned on? Like, I'm gonna tell you something, Star. You're gonna give a bad rap for New York because they're gonna look at you. They're not gonna look at you as New Jersey.
I'm not from New York.
They're gonna look at you as New York.
I'm not from New York.
I know.
I'm not from New York. Go ahead.
I know you're from Jersey. That's why I said they're not gonna look at you from New Jersey. They're going to look at you from New York. I know you from Jersey. Yeah. I'm saying they're going to look at you from New York. Like I remember when I used to go out of town, like I'll be in Texas. If I say I'm from Jersey, they say you're from New York. And so New York gets a bad rap for snitching.
That's fine.
Yeah, New York gets a bad rap for snitching.
Yeah.
You kind of add into that. You're not helping that reputation.
I don't care. I was out for Delph. I didn't give a fuck about Nicky Barnes, Guy Fisher, Alpo, and what's the other one's name? What was the Alpo's friend?
Frank Lucas,
Rich Porter. I don't think. Fuck them niggas. fuck them niggas.
But I say the same thing though. My position is different because of the lifestyle they was living.
Yeah.
So I say the same thing. Like I don't support drug dealers at all.
Yeah.
I say the same thing. I'm just speaking from a position of snitching. Like if you in the game, like if you in the game though, it is snitching. If you're not in the game, then it's not snitching.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, there's a documentary coming out on me, and I don't know if you know this, but one of my old associates used to write me letters when I got on Hot 97. Larry Davis. You ever heard of him, Larry Davis?
Yes. Yep, definitely heard of Larry Davis. Like he's somebody that I think everybody applauds because he fought against the cops.
Well, hang on.
I don't know too many people that got an issue with Larry Davis.
Hang on, Captain Tazariak, you can do this research if you don't know already. Larry Davis worked with police. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do know that, but
Yeah.
most people don't care about that. They just care about the shootout he had with the police.
Right. As I said, most black people don't read. Larry Davis worked with police. So did I back in those days. And there was no Facebook, there was no fucking Instagram, no goddamn YouTube. So I wasn't worried
So it was
about
a lot easier.
I wasn't worried about who may have found out something because, it wasn't something I was concerned about then. And then when I signed that second proffer agreement, one of the goddamn detectives, he said to me, "Can you live with this in the future?" And I said, "I'm going to sleep fine. Give me a pen." Anyway,
Hey, you ain't waste no time. What you saying?
I was a narcissist, total narcissist, and I want to be very serious here with regards to Brother Polight. But now let's go back for a second. Tell my audience about Cross the Line Radio, what it is that you do, because even though I'm an atheist, a non-believer in the theory of God, I have a lot of respect for what you do, how you teach. Tell my audience about Cross the Line Radio, please.
Okay, so Cross the Line Radio is a platform. It was initially called Israelite Vibes. So for those that may not know me, I'm Captain Tazariak of ISUDK. I teach the truth of the Bible to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Cross the Line Radio is a weekly radio show that we do from 10 p.m. 12 midnight, where we take phone calls for people that generally have questions like about the Bible. But if they have questions about other subjects, we go over those questions and stuff as well. The Cross the Line term actually came from when we was on the street teaching, like stars say, boots on the ground.
Right.
And Polight said some slick shit to a Puerto Rican brother in my school named Katazar.
Right.
He said some slick shit back. Polight.
And you said cross the line. You said cross the line.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, because I'm gonna tell you now. Here's a backdrop for that.
Come on.
Before I grab the mic and I tell Polight to cross the line, me and Polight was cool as shit prior to that because we had debates against each other. We would be on the phone calls with each other. We actually had a debate the next day.
I saw
it. The very next day after that, we had a debate at Sanetta's house.
Yeah.
So when I'm standing in front in the beginning and him and Katazar going back and forth, the reason why I let it go is because I'm saying to myself, if Polight gets himself together, it's just a simple argument, which happens all the time.
Right.
But he was going so long, it would have become a point where Polight punked my camp.
Right.
And so I couldn't have that.
I know.
So I had to say, okay, if you want to fight, cross the fucking rope. If you're going to cross the line, cross the fucking line.
Right.
And it just went like that. So that's how Cross the Line started.
Cross the Line Radio. Yeah.
From that point right there.
Yeah.
And he did not cross the line, by the way.
Right.
He did not cross the line.
Hey, before you go, I don't mean to bring you into anything, but I have to ask.
You can ask whatever you want.
And Sarnetta, if you're out there, you're welcome to call in. Sarnetta, you can text me, call me. Is Brother Garfield going in on Sarnetta or saying something slick over this whole Brother Polight situation?
Yeah, because I actually had to call him to Sarnetta's live to get them to stop going at each other.
Come on.
Because everybody knows, you mentioned Polight, Sarnetta is usually mentioned right after because they have like a 20-year history or something like that. And so with this whole situation, everybody is looking at Sarnetta like, what you going to say?
Right.
What you going to do? Are you going to support? If he's guilty, you still going to support him? And so Sarnetta's position has been, if he's innocent, I'll support him.
Right.
If he's guilty, I'm not going to support him. So Garfield is of the position that Sarnetta should just cut him off. Shouldn't do no interview because I believe Sarnetta is supposed to interview Polight on July 7th. Like when what happens July 7th, Polight is supposed to go on Sarnetta's platform and then talk about the case. And so Garfield don't want him to do it. So in the midst of them going back and forth, Garfield has said some slick shit about Sarnetta, and Sarnetta has said some slick shit about them. I actually went on Sarnetta's live and just told him to stop, at least not publicly. Yeah. Like, they don't need to publicly, bash each other because they ain't really at odds. They just at odds over what Polight is going through. So that part is true, to answer that question. I appreciate you having me on. I don't want to tie up your line like that.
Stay with me. I just want to say this, and I mean no disrespect to whatever they're going through, and I don't know. I don't know if Sarnetta has any inside knowledge of what Polight is accused of. I don't think so. I think Sarnetta.
You don't think what?
I don't think Sarnetta has any inside information. I mean, he may know of some things, but did he see anything? I don't believe that. Sarnetta, in my opinion, is a social engineer. He's a fucking pioneer. He put boots to the ground. He's older than me and you, right? I mean, I'm 59.
Right. Yeah, he's old. Yeah, he's like if he's not 60, he's 61. Right at 60. He's older than you.
Yeah. I don't believe Sarnetta, witnessed anything. I think that he's a little bothered by the fact that Polight is eating high up off the hog. He's got the Rolls Royce diaries, and he could have broke Sarnetta off, for all the support that he has given him. However, I just want to say this, and I hope this doesn't cause any friction. Brother Garfield owes Sarnetta his life. In 2000,
I agree.
Well, no, I'm going to tell you something you don't know. In 2017, I was lining Brother Garfield up to the feds. I work with the feds. I got a 501c3, Snitch Network. You can Google it, snitchnetwork.org.
It's crazy. Yeah,
I'm as serious as colon cancer. And I was lining up Brother Garfield. I'm not going to say what he was into at that particular point in time, but I called Sarnetta barking. And he was, come on, Brother Star, come on, Brother Star. He was calling me brother, 40 times in fucking less than 3 minutes. And out of respect for Sarnetta, I took my foot off the gas. Brother Garfield, he owes Sarnetta, and I find that really disrespectful that he's using Brother Polight right now to take shots at Sarnetta.
Right.
I just had to say that just on some G shit. Because if
and I agree with that because
I
would say the same.
If Sarnetta wouldn't have went in defense mode of Brother Garfield, and he was very humble. He humbled himself to me because I was out there. I was lining him up to the feds. He may be in jail right now. That's all I got to say. But go ahead and finish up, please, Captain Tazariak.
No, I was going to say that, like, the one thing I like about Sarnetta is a media mogul, magnet. He knows how to stir up the people from that position. I know him off camera, though. Mm-hmm. So even though he don't believe what I believe, like, that's always been my brother throughout the years. Throughout the years, he's been my brother, and he's a brother. There's been times he'll call me and say, Cap, watch out for this. This happened. So I could echo the sentiments of what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And that's why I didn't want Garfield talking about Sarnetta. I thought it was unnecessary. I think like Sarnetta shouldn't get the wrath or hate that people have for Polight and what he did or didn't do, which we'll find out on July 7th, has nothing to do with Sarnetta. So why put that venom on him? Yeah. He's innocent of that. Yeah. Now, it could be something else that you want to talk about, but of this issue, it has nothing to do with Sarnetta at all. Yeah. And so I damn near been having a champion to make sure people don't bother Sarnetta about this shit. So I echo those sentiments as well. Sarnetta's a good brother.
If Sarnetta knows something that's, I don't know anything about that. But and again, for those who don't know, Sarnetta was right there, arm in arm with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. And for those of us who know that era and how crucial that moment in time was, and when the Minister Farrakhan was hating on Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Sarnetta held him down. So I will always have respect for Sarnetta with regards to that. But anyway, reach out to Sarnetta next time you talk to him and tell him, say, hey, man, that fucking star dumbed out and he told about you, him, and Brother Garfield.
I was texting him while we was talking.
See what he says.
I was texting him while we was talking. I'm gonna call him because I know he's doing it live now. But I'm gonna call him and tell him.
Tell him. Brother Garfield is not in the penitentiary now because of Sarnetta, who said, "Brother Star, come on, man, come on, Star, come on." Anyway, Captain Tazaria, good to talk to you, man. Salute. Thank you for calling in.
Good to talk to you too.
Yes, sir.
No
Thank
sweat,
you.
brother.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
it easy.
Okay.
All right.
Captain Tazariak. All right. Guys, pardon me if I didn't catch your donations. I had a great conversation. I'm looking for Money Marvelous. Where are you, sir? Are you calling in? Money Marvelous. And guys, also, I want you to check out Skylar Saunders. Skylar Saunders, are you out there, sir? Do you want to call in, add to the conversation? Devious J on YouTube. Okay. Area code 347. Sit tight. You're up next. 347. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I got your donation. Newt 8282. Star, I've seen airbrush RIP shirts look better than Florida Boy J's trash. Barrels, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Terrence, I got your donation, sir. More impact, Steve Coakley or Bro Polight? Brother Polight's run is not over. So, you know, and you're talking about a time now where social media is more prevalent, you know. But let's readdress that at a later point in time. Thank you for your donation, Terrence, all right? Area code 347, Friday night. We're all over the place. Are you there?
Yo, what up?
Rory.
What up?
White boy Rory, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I seen FBJ's T-shirt, man. That was trash. Come on, man. What the hell is that? The hell kind of thrift shop shit is that? That's the best he got. What the hell? I thought he was all into fashion. Come on, Star. What the hell was that? He would have been. I don't know what the. He didn't put no effort into that at all. We seen the videos. He got a bunch of zesty dudes around him. He couldn't have asked them to come up with a more colorful T-shirt or something than that. Come on, man. That's it. That's the T-shirt. That's like a $5 thrift shop T-shirt. Nobody want that. That's some Teespring. He made that in Teespring. Yo, FBJ, you gotta step your game up, man. What the hell is that? We want something more flamboyant from you. We want something with some more spice, some more zest, man. That's the lamest T-shirt I ever seen. What the hell is that shit? Oh, come on, man. He should have made a towel. That's what he should have did. Forget the T-shirt. FBK, if you listen to forget the T-shirt. Just make come out with a towel. Come out, because you be having those P. Diddy pool parties during Pride Month. Just come out with a towel. Get Bud Light to sponsor you and make some sort of towel, man. So, you know, forget about...
White boy talking reckless. Pay attention.
That's a losing profit right there. You're not going to make no money. Ain't nobody buying that. He said he got a lot of traffic to the site, but nobody bought it. That's because people were laughing at it.
Hang on, white boy Rory. He said about 12 people.
Ain't nobody from Brooklyn wearing that shirt. Ain't nobody from Brooklyn wearing that T-shirt. Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Now, hang on. Florida Boy Jay's not on the line. If he calls back, you guys can chop it up. So, Brother Polight has made a few videos on the gram saying he did not take a plea deal. Y'all just little niggas. Watch how you speak on my name. He's talking about defamation lawsuits, yada, yada, yada. What do you think, Rory, about Brother Polight?
Oh, I don't know. That's nasty, man. That's nasty work. Even being accused of something like that. You know, you can't take a plea at all on something like that.
He says he did.
Any kind of plea.
He says he did. To be fair, he says he did not.
No, I know. He said he didn't. But didn't they say that the lawyer came out and said that he worked out a plea deal with the prosecutor? They said that, right?
The prosecution said that in the video that's in my community section right now. They said that they have a plea agreement on the table, and they hope to button it up or wrap it up, shall we say, on the 7th. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the lawyer can't take no plea agreement at all unless he gives them permission, unless he gives the lawyer permission to take a plea agreement. So I don't know anything except for I'm taking this to trial. Not guilty. This is all made up. Anything besides that is nasty. Like just you're never coming back from that. Nobody's ever going to look at you, talk to you again. You can't take no plea agreement or nothing like that. You got to take those charges to the fullest, And he had to see a grand jury, so somebody saw enough evidence that the charges were indictable.
Okay.
In some sort of way, right?
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
Right. And all these this whole the House of Consciousness, all of them was weirdos, man. Not one of them.
I don't want to go in on those people. Let's not broad. Let's not broad stroke. Rory, I don't go out. I don't attack other channels. Let's not do that. But
bunch of parole violators. Bunch of smoked out parole violators from the 80s and bunch of smoked out parole violators from 88.
Slow down. Guys, on the screen, I want you to check out Vaughn's 2 Cents TV on YouTube, one of my sponsors. He's got a video in my community section where Brother Polight is clapping at Whack 100 and Tony the Closer. And to be fair, to be objective, Brother Polight is saying, I did not take a plea deal. He's talking about defamation lawsuits. Everything has to be done at a certain point in time. You just can't file lawsuits right now because his case is not over. Rory, can you hang out with me? I got to take a call. Can you sit tight?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Area code 647. Who's on hold? You sent it a donation. Is that DVD? 647.
Hey, Star. Yeah, it's David calling in.
Good to hear from you, man. Where do you want to start, sir? Where do you want to start?
I just wanted to weigh in on the topic. I think the allegations are all cap for Brother Polight. I don't believe he did none of that.
Come on.
Nothing at all.
Come on.
Yeah, Brother Polight. Yeah, no, Brother Polight. He's somebody who's like a gem to the community. Like, he made it cool to be an intellectual. Like he encourages black men to read and to study, and he's good for the culture in general.
Okay.
So I think more people should be rising up to his defense at this point because he put in a lot of work, and especially when you think about like the debate community debating, he made that like battle rap, like what he did for debate forums. He made it exciting.
Right.
So
yeah. I have to agree with you with regards to that because as Captain Tazariak said, I've been going to Harlem for decades. I used to hang out with Minister Conrad Muhammad. We used to have lunch at Sylvia's. I mean, I'm that fucking old, but Brother Polight has given the conscious community a shot in the arm. He made way for young Pharaoh and others. He introduced the world to somebody who I have a lot of respect for, General Sarah Seti. But now, are you saying this just based upon what, your personal feelings, or do you have any inside knowledge that these charges and allegations are not true?
No, I just feel like these things have a way of coming up at certain times. Like it's always, when someone reaches a level of prominence, they become a prominent figure, is always something that comes out of the woodwork. Like it's almost predictable. So they want to hit him with this, and I'm thinking, why now? Like the man has 4 wives. Like,
okay, so stay with me for a second. And for those who don't know, tell them who you are because you call into my show from time to time, please.
Yeah, my name is David DeCordova, and I wrote a book. It's called Decoded: The Bible Explained. Mm-hmm. So I've just been promoting that on the Star platform, and I'm just pushing my product. It's available on Amazon, and I'm just offering a different perspective to the religious community and non-believers as well.
Now, stay with me for a second, because yourself a man of knowledge, and I was holding your book up on this. I was holding your book up on the screen because you called in last night as well. You know, men of substance, such as Brother Polight. I'm going to say a man of substance, men of impact, men that can, by way of the government, be a thorn in the side, be just a little too woke. A little too woke, you know, an organizer, and you know, there could have been charges put on him that are not necessarily true to diminish his flame, his fire. Are you saying that based upon your knowledge of religious doctrines, the Bible, the Quran, the Hadith, the Torah?
Definitely, it could be the case, and he said it from time to time. That's why he tries to downplay a lot of his messaging, like with all the flash and the pizzazz, like they said, like the Rolls Royce diaries and stuff. That's kind of like a detraction, because he's been vocal about it, you know, because of the information that he's putting out there. He even identified that he could become a person of interest to the establishment or the people out there. Yeah, so once in a while he throws in a little bit of that, just to kind of, you know, throw them off. But he dumbs it down a lot too.
Yeah.
So, because he has a very potent message.
Yeah. Do you watch the Rolls Royce diaries?
I don't mind. I don't mind none of that at all. You know.
He said, "I got a built-in valet."
Yeah, for me, I got to keep it real. It's more like the Honda diaries for me, but I don't mind watching another brother shine though.
The hater misses nothing. He said, "I got a built-in valet." Shit.
Yeah. I don't mind a little motivation though. I see that as like inspirational.
Right.
So.
Well, listen, David, I appreciate you calling back in, man. Let's get you back on the line next week to promote your book again. And you're in the community.
Sure.
You're in the community section for those who are looking for your book. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm there.
Good to talk to you, David.
Okay. Respect.
Yes, sir. Respect. Okay. Rory, sit tight. Bye. Rory, sit tight. Okay. We're having a good discussion. It's Friday night. You know, we're a little all over the place. Brother Polight has put up a few videos declaring his innocence and denying taking a plea deal. Whack 100 talking loud. I'm a street nigga. I can come to Miami. Boy, if I were Brother Polight, I would be running to the authorities right now. There's a guy named Cash Jones, admitted gang member, could be extortionist, former associate of Suge Knight. And I want to know if I can sign a proffer agreement to get out of this jam. He made it easy. He told babies, can I get an amen for anybody who understands what the fuck I'm talking about? When a nigga gets to doing the most like that up on social media, a nigga like that will become a plate of food to me. Well, you're lucky there was no YouTube back in the days when I was in them goddamn streets. Rory, sit tight. I'm coming to you. I got to get to some of these Cash App donations. Okay. Skylar Saunders, sit tight, sir. I'm coming to you next. Sit tight. Big Aki, I see you via PayPal. Sit tight. Hey, Felicia. Good to hear from you, darling. Or is it Felicia? I want to make sure I use the correct pronunciation. Oh, she says, I don't care about his accolades. He's guilty of something. Okay. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. He's guilty. Felicia, if I'm saying your name right, is Brother Polight guilty of pimping too hard? pimping too hard. You see, there has to be a certain approach with regards to the urban audience. You can't do too much in front of them because, they're haters for the most part. They're haters, the urban audience, whether they be black, Hispanic, Caucasian, under the umbrella of urban culture, they're haters. Crabs in the barrel, like myself, King Crab, purveyor of lower frequencies, proud bottom feeder. Is Brother Polight guilty of pimping too hard? Huh? Should he pull back on the Rolls-Royce diaries? Felicia, I'm so old. I remember Reverend Ike telling people, the best thing I can do for poor people is not become one of you. Now, Jay-Z took that and flipped it, and today's generation thinks, that was a hard bar. No, that was Reverend Ike. Rory, are you there? Area code 347. You're not that old. But, Rory, you ever heard of Reverend Ike from back in the days?
Reverend Ice, nah, I don't think I ever heard of him. No, I can't say I have. But I know a lot of the people that listen on the internet and who are not from New York, they kind of fall into that trance, or that they're in awe of like the slick New York talk, the real slick, quasi-educated, quasi-philosophical, But when you're born and raised here, you get over that by the age of 13 or 14. I mean, you live here. There's broke dudes that are holding the door at Popeyes that can spit some crazy stuff to you that you would think that they were smart, But then you look at them and you're like, man, you can't even afford a shrimp tackle box. You asking me for $1. You holding a goddamn door at Popeyes with all this philosophy and all this knowledge. How come you can't afford yourself a 3-piece and a biscuit? So you got to take it with a grain of salt with a lot of these cats.
Yes, but at the same time, and again, we're combing through this tonight because Brother Polight has said he did not take a plea deal. There are some people who acquire knowledge, and then there are those who acquire the knowledge and then apply the knowledge. You see, not everybody can apply the knowledge. Some people can read a book and say, that was a good book. Okay, well, do you apply anything in that fucking book that you read by way of economics, finance, ideology, and or philosophy? And they don't apply the knowledge. So someone like a Brother Polight, and listen, I can go back to Father Divine. Woo! You ever heard of Father Divine, Rory?
No, I heard of MC Father. I never heard of Father Divine.
Well, what'd you say, white boy? What the fuck did you say?
I said I heard of MC Father. I never heard.
No,
of
you heard of Father MC. You heard of Father MC.
The only divine father I know is God. You know what I'm saying? They be coming up with these crazy names, Supreme Allah. Father Divine.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, hang on.
Even the Spanish dudes be calling themselves Jesus and Jesus. I ain't calling no Spanish dude Jesus or Jesus.
Well, those are Hispanics that speak Spanish.
Out of here with that.
Hang on a second. Skylar Saunders, you there, sir? Area code 302, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Saunders.
Absolutely.
Skylar, tonight's show is sloppy. It's messy. Jump in wherever you want to jump in. Please, you have the floor.
I just want to promote.
Let's go.
I want to do is promote.
Let's go.
Go to vocal, vocal.media, MEDIA.
Okay.
And you can go to top stories, and you will find my story all the way at the bottom of the page. I won a top story award, $5.
Okay.
That's it. You got to sell, man. You up here promoting your product. You got to sell. You got to give yourself a pep talk before you come online. You sound like you took like 4 downers. Yeah, you sound like you took like 4 downers and you was under the covers all day in bed, man. What's up with you? It's Friday night. You living? Are you alive? What you doing?
I took my psych drugs.
Coffins
so my psych drugs are draining me.
Come on, man. What kind of product you promoting over here, man?
I'm pushing the
Cause you gotta
story.
talk to the people, Skylar.
Microfiction.
You gotta, get your energy up, homie. Take some testosterone or something. How old are you? You starting to
I'm
lose your
35.
testosterone or something? You're 35,
I'm
man.
35.
You might not take some vitamins, man. You take a couple of shots of tequila, some whiskey. You know, if you drink Brass Monkey, whatever it is you drink, take a couple of shots before you get online, man. Get people wanting to go to your platform and check out what you're pumping. Because when you come up on here and you sound like you just stuck a needle in your arm and you keeled over, or everybody kind of phases out from that, man. I'm just giving you a little bit of words of wisdom. I've done sales before, so.
Hang on a second, Skylar. Now listen to me. Skylar's son is Rory. Fall back, Skylar. You served in the United States Marines, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get at that white boy if you need to. Don't show him no fucking respect just because he's a friend of mine. Get at that white boy talking reckless.
No.
No.
He's actually
out there on the powder chasing Badussy. Get at that white boy. Don't cut him no fucking slack on a Friday. Get at him, Skylar.
Yeah, come on, Skylar. Skylar, where are you from, man?
Put that white boy on mute.
I'm
Come
from
on,
Newark,
Skylar.
Delaware.
He's
Born
on
in Dover,
Skylar. He's
Wilson.
on mute. Get at that white boy. He's on mute. Get at that white boy. The fuck is wrong with him? Come on.
Rory. As many times as you've been on this show, how many times have I corrected you? How many times have I said you should do something or say something in some type of way? I understand you're trying to help. It's that white hand that you're trying to put on my shoulder, but I don't need no white hand on my shoulder.
Right.
I don't need that guidance.
Right.
I don't need that. I really don't need that.
I'm trying to talk to you with the white maternal hand.
But I know I don't need the white hand of guidance.
Well, okay. All right. Skylar, good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. And
Skylar. Skylar, you from Delaware. Skylar, you from Delaware. How many black people have you shot in your life, man? How many black people have you pulled the gun out on? Come on, man.
Never. I'm from Newark, not Wilmington.
Oh, come on, man. You ain't gangster.
Wilmington was named murder capital of the United States in 2015.
Okay.
How many? Yo, Skylar, you was in the.
All right, Skylar, good to talk to you, man. Thank you, Skylar. Rory, hold on.
Yes,
hold on. Skylar, good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Rory, sit tight, man. Hold on a second. Yo, this is a sloppy show tonight, folks. It's Friday.
Skylar's the man.
He served in the military. Come on, stop that shit, man.
Yeah, he's good, man. Fuck. He's like Forrest Whitaker on Thorazine, man. He's like Forrest Whitaker on Thorazine.
Alkaline City, I see you, my nigga. Sit tight, Alkaline City. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I just got got something here from okay, thank you. Yeah. The Rolls Royce Diaries continue. Yeah, y'all just little niggas. Watch how you speak on my name. Hit you niggas with defamation lawsuits. John Blaze, are you tapping in? Good to hear from you, sir. He says, praying to a white God, Brother Polight. I hope you get 72 years. Brother Polight is an atheist, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, but Troll Babies, isn't Brother Polight an atheist? He used to talk down on people that, follow the white Jesus. Thank you for your donation. Rory, I'm going to bring in my Puerto Rican correspondent, Alkaline City. Good evening. Are you there? Alkaline City, 703.
What is good, Stars? The Puerto Rican correspondent, Alkaline City.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Rory. We
don't do shout outs. You got to slow that down. We don't do shouts, man. Good to hear from you. Now listen, man, off the rip, did you study any of this Fat Joe drama that's going on right now? Or you haven't had time?
No, because I'm just calling in on the Brother Polight situation.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So one, I don't want to say, for like, yeah, Brother Polight, he was a very intuitive brother in the conscious community. You can't take away from that. You know what I'm saying? It's like R. Kelly. Just because he did what he did, you can't take away the type of talent he got. He's a good R&B singer. His songs was baby making music. You know what I'm saying?
Polight has not been convicted. Let's not do the R. Kelly comparisons. He has not been convicted. Please.
Oh no, definitely. Well, what I'm saying is, it's just you can't take away his scholarship. If he's being tried for something, you know what I'm saying? He's innocent to proven guilty. But he was on going at it with Whack 100, and Whack 100 did confront him, because he told him on the girl that's in question, there was semen found on her shirt, and when the test labs came back, the semen it came from you. It was your semen. That's what the test lab showed on it. You know what I'm saying? So what? And he asked him, "What do you have to say to that?" And then he stuttered and danced around that Polight. And then Whack 100 started going at him. Yeah, you a pedo. I don't talk to pedos. Blah blah blah. So when you're talking about something that has to do with laboratory results, and it's coming back with your DNA on it, you don't need a judge to tell somebody a right from wrong from that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? The DNA right there says it all. And then
okay, Alkaline City, I have to jump in, sir. And this is not me trying to protect Brother Polight, but this is the objective perspective. And Whack 100 is not a fucking lawyer. He's not a fucking judge. He's not even a gang member. All these niggas can get some smoke from me. What he's saying up on Clubhouse don't mean a fucking thing when I'm on this goddamn microphone. Let's be clear. Now, was he barking on Brother Polight? Yes. Brother Polight's not a barker. He was talking to him. He called him to see if he could connect with him on some, some brother stuff. And whether it worked or not, I don't know. But let's not act like, just because Whack 100 says something, niggas should bow down. I don't do that here, homie. I don't do that. Now hang on a second. Hang on. I want to get past that because I don't even have the fucking Clubhouse app. You're on Sonata Studios from time to time. Yes, I saw you sitting there the other day. Or somebody sent me a link. You're on Sonata Studios, yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Sonata have a really good relationship with each other.
Peace to Sonata, a.k.a. Frank. I know him as Frank all week.
Yeah. What I want to say,
Frank Gary.
What I want to say is, this completely has nothing to do with what.
Come on.
Hey, Star.
I'm here.
What I want to say is, this completely has nothing to do with Sonata. Sonata is he's just the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's doing his job. He's just like you. You know what I'm saying? He's a YouTuber, and he's trying to get his views.
Well, no, sir, there's nobody like me. But now, hang on a second. I hate to keep interrupting, but here's what I have to ask. With regards to your knowledge, your inside knowledge, what's going on with Brother Polight, who has not been convicted, and the House of Consciousness, do you think that they are supporting him, or are they stepping back? Where is the House of Consciousness with Brother Polight, who's, and let's keep it real, he's their shining star. Let's keep it real. Please, Alkaline City.
I see a few guys, you know what I'm saying, like putting support up towards him, but then you got other guys like, like Q Butter and Brother Garfield, who are completely against, the situation because of the DNA evidence. It doesn't have anything to do with Whack 100. It's the DNA evidence. And then you got other guys who are just, they're sitting back because Sonata, he told people, he said, give me give me until the 7th of July. You know, that's when the decision comes in. After the plea deal goes in, I'm gonna do the show with Polight, and when I do the show with Polight, everybody will know everything. So some people are showing courteousness to.
Wait a second. Somebody said Sarnetta's in the queue. Wait a goddamn minute. Area code 646. Who? 646.
Yeah. Peace, Star. This is Brother Sarnetta. What's happening?
Peace. Hold on a second. Hold on. Alkaline City, I'm gonna put you on hold. Rory, I'm gonna put you on hold. Peace, Sarnetta. How are you, man? Good to hear from you.
Man, I'm good. I've just been hearing some things, you know, so I said, let me come on and drop by where the Brother Star could ask me any question he would like. You know, I understand that there's going to be haters out there, Star, because them haters ain't just come out of nowhere. Right. It was always in their heart. Right. They act as though I was with Polight holding the girl down while Polight was doing what he want to do. I've said many times, Star, on my program and on other people's program, if Polight is found guilty and he did this to this little girl, he need to be put in front of a firing squad, and he need to be set in prison next to Dr. York. I have made that statement countless thousands of times.
I know.
I've said it.
If I can interrupt for a second.
They always felt that in their heart to say, yeah, I could go at Sarnetta now.
Right.
Umar done something wrong, they came at me because of Umar.
Sarnetta, if I can interrupt, just give me a second, Sarnetta. I don't want you to feel.
They come from my platform.
Sarnetta.
They accuse me. Yes, go ahead, brother.
I don't want you to feel like you have to call in and defend yourself. I have been objective the last couple of days here. I've even said, in case you did not hear, I don't think Sarnetta had any firsthand knowledge of what Polight is accused of. I've already said that. Captain Tazariak and I had a great conversation, and even though you and I have had a couple of speed bumps back and forth, I was bothered.
Right.
I was bothered to hear that Brother Garfield may have been talking slick, and I even told the story. I hope you're not mad at me about when I called you. In 2017, when I was working with the feds, getting ready to put Brother Garfield in the fucking penitentiary, you stopped me.
Yes, I did. I remember
that. Hey, Brother Garfield.
Because I be loyal to my people, man.
Brother Garfield owes Sarnetta his fucking life because Star, the rat, the fucking snitch. I was working with the feds and I called you, turned the fuck up, and I said, I'm gonna get that nigga. And you said, come on, brother. Come on, Brother Star. He's a good nigga.
Thank you, Star. You're right. I remember that. Yes.
You saved that nigga.
But I just heard you ask the question to my brother, Alkaline City. We do not condone Polight. Polight has never been, no, I ain't gonna say never been, but Polight has not been one of the consciousness members for like damn near 3 to 4 years since he's been going through this case.
Okay.
And so what I said was, I don't want to make a mistake and speak out of line. So I said, brothers and sisters, if y'all want to bang on him, go ahead and do what y'all do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Tear his ass, give him a new asshole.
I know.
But on the 7th is when I will make my statement, because now I will have every record in my face where I don't want to trip back on something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I want to wait until I see the report, till I see the paperwork. Don't everybody always say paperwork? So I want to see the paperwork. Yeah. And when that come out, and if this man have done anything wrong to that baby, you will hear a statement from Brother Sarnetta. Because we don't roll with none of that. But people try to associate me with him because he's been over here on my platform.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing to do with that situation there. He his own man. I'm my own man. We don't rock with pedophiles. We don't do that. Not over here, we don't.
If I can jump in and listen, man, your pedigree is solid with me. Solid, you know.
Thank you, brother.
You know, I know the work that you've put in long before, you know, being on 125th Street. And as I said with Captain Tazariak, many of us from our generation, I'm 59, we have respect for you because you held down Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Held him down.
Thank you.
And I will always appreciate you for that. And I didn't mean to tell the story, man, about Brother Garfield, but you saved that nigga, Sarnetta. You saved him because I was turned the fuck up. I had just come off of the Africa Bambaataa story. I was lining up.
I remember that, brother. You called me heated.
I was lining up Charlemagne, and I called you, and being the gentleman that you are, you said, "Come on, Brother Star, give him a pass." You said that. And for him now to be talking crazy and spicy, maybe he doesn't understand because I'm a stupid nigga. And it bothered me. I didn't go to his page and listen. I had to ask. I said, is Brother Garfield going to Sarnetta? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, hey man, so tell us about your platform. Anything new we need to know? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Young Pharaoh is talking reckless about General Sarah Suit Seti? Sarnetta?
Yeah. yeah, they went at it too. Pharaoh came on my platform and he went at Sarah Suit Seti. He said he gave Seti 10 bands, and soon as Seti took the money, he broke out and left Pharaoh hanging out. That's what Pharaoh said. I don't know about that, if it's true or not. But that's what he said on my channel. That's what he made a statement.
So then you may have to tell me to fall back again because I fuck with General Sarah Suit Seti heavy. And
no doubt.
I'm not gonna watch young Pharaoh talk crazy about General Sarah Suit Seti, but that's for another conversation. Anyway, man, I appreciate you calling in. I'm at the same number.
Yes, thank you, brother. I appreciate you letting me come on. I appreciate it.
King Simon and I talk all the time. My cousin, Supernova Slum, he always speaks highly of you. So, if you need me, I'm here. You're one of the few people who I will let call me brother. And you don't have to do a whole lot of, explaining, man. We know, or I don't think you saw anything that Polight is accused of, man. But keep us posted when the case goes to trial. If it goes to trial, man, let me know so I can promote your channel. Go ahead and close up, please. You have the last word.
The case is not going to trial. On the 7th, he will be taking a plea.
Oh.
And that's when everything should be locked and sealed, and we should see everything from that day. And on that day, that's when everything hit the fan. We're going to see.
He says
I want to say this real quick, Star.
He says he's not taking. He says he's not taking a plea. He says he's not taking a plea.
Nah, he's taking a plea. He's taking a plea. Polight taking a plea on the 7th.
Come on.
On the 7th, he's taking a plea.
Come on.
And I want to tell everybody, I'm the one that made that Whack 100 versus Polight. Me, I did that. I brought that together. People don't be knowing that.
I know.
I did that. I called Whack 100. I said, yo, Whack, you want to speak to Polight? And I said, Polight, I'm going to tell you right now, Whack ain't going to play with you. He's going to let you have it. And Polight said, let him on. I said, all right. And that's how I did that. So I did that. I warned Polight and everything. I told him. I said, you could try to make a plea. Whack is not going to play with you. That's what he do for his content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened. That's how that got out there.
Hey man, I appreciate you tapping in, and I want you and Brother Garfield to work things out, man, because he owes you. I didn't mean to, tell that story, man. But
Garfield's a creep. He's a snake, though.
Well, I mean,
I've seen it come out. Yeah. That's the stuff that was always waiting to come out. And so he felt that, all right, we got the Polight situation going on.
Yeah.
Everybody going at Saw.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could get ahead and take Saw down so I could slide up in that position. He's a creep. He's a snake. He's Jamaican bumperclog. Not all Jamaicans like that, but I'm not saying that for the Jamaicans.
But he needs to know, man, that old stupid ass Star was lining him up, because I was also working on another case at the time. I work with the feds, and I was really.
And you know what, Star? I never really told him that story. I never told him
Tell
that.
him now. Tell him now.
Yeah. I'm going to let him know now. I'm going to definitely let him know.
Sarnetta saved that nigga's life, boy, because I called you heated. You said, Brother Star, come on now. But anyway, man, never mind all that. Good to hear from you. Folks,
all
check
right,
out.
Salute to you.
Yes,
Feel
check
you.
out
Peace.
Sarnetta Studios on YouTube. Thank you, man. Peace.
All right.
Peace. Okay. Oh, that's a good brother right there. Who did I have on hold here? I had Rory, and where is Alkaline City? Did Alkaline City hang up? I think he did. Rory, sit tight. I have to get to some of the people that are supporting the machine. It's a Friday night. We're talking hella crazy. Where we're all sipping. Are you sipping or smoking? What are you doing, Rory? What are you doing?
All of the above. D. All of the above.
You stopped fucking with the powder years ago, right?
Yeah, I had to stop fucking with that shit.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Got a little too crazy.
Who is this? ION Follow Hose. Hey, man, I met Tax Tone one time. Good guy. Good guy. I don't know what to say. But at the same time, I can understand and respect where Troy Ave is coming from. He's been convicted, man. He's been convicted. And when I did do the interview with Tax Tone that I forgot to make public again, I spoke to him about giving the artist their space. We had a great conversation. I wish him the best. If I can, reach out to him, I would like to do so. He was given 35 years. Okay. Tommy, I got your donation. Officer Terrain, can I get my DEA jacket back? Darix, I got your email. I didn't get your donation, but thank you, Darix, my alleged cousin. Oh, Darix, the AMG Benz. I got a great call today. Whew. I'm not going to have to spend what I thought I was going to have to spend, so I'll be back in New Jersey in less than 3 weeks, okay? Let's talk. Tony B, I got your donation. Tell Alkaline, don't ever disrespect Jen from the block. Did he? I don't remember him doing that. Hold on a second. Alkaline City, you back on the line? Area code 703, Alkaline City.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay. Hey, man, I just had a great conversation with Sarnetta. Did you hear it? I had to put you on hold.
No, it was a very good conversation.
Good
and,
man.
And the only thing I want to add to that, conversation is what Sarnetta told the people. He said on July 7th, Polight is going to take a plea deal. So to explain to people what a plea deal is, a plea deal is just a lesser charge. A plea deal is not saying that a person was not charged of that convicted crime.
Okay.
They're just saying that the district attorney made a deal with the judge and the person in question's attorney to not go so harsh on the crime, but just to give them a little bit of leeway, just to give it a lesser charge.
Gotcha.
So that's like me. When I got pulled over for speeding, doing 75 and a 55, and then the judge, they gave me driving in like pulling over in an unrestricted lane. Okay. So they gave me the lesser charge, even though they knew I was speeding.
Gotcha.
You understand? It was just because that was my deal with the district attorney and the judge. But that's all a plea deal is. So if Polight comes out on this plea deal, the charge is lesser, and it's not the so-called charges that he was convicted of. It's just a bargaining deal. It's not saying that he didn't commit those crimes. It's just saying that his attorney made a deal with the district attorney and the judge, and they said, you know what? We
kind of like Charlemagne, Leonard McKelvey, alleged pussy taker. But there is a witness who claims she saw that nigga on top of Jessica Reed. Anyway, I'm rambling. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kat.
Yeah, man. So that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
the case would be over.
Get pulled over.
The case would be over on July 7th for everybody waiting and wanting to know. And then Sarnetta is going to bring out all the information, like he said, and then people just don't throw the blame on Sarnetta because I got a lot of love for that man. He puts out a platform for people like us that have voices.
All right, now hang on a second. I have to say this. Alkaline City, I really need for you, my Puerto Rican correspondent, to get up to speed, man, on this fucking TA, Pistol the Pete, and Fat Joe debacle. You're Puerto Rican. I need some Puerto Rican insight. Are we going to see somebody get a fucking $150? We're going to see a shootout.
He not from the street. He don't know none of that. He ain't got none of that info. He not from the street. Just said he got pulled over. That's the worst he ever got in his life. He got pulled over for speeding. So he not a street dude.
Who, Rory? Listen, let me tell you something, Rory.
You not a street dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. You working in the kitchen. You working in the back kitchen.
You a dude who get
guys, one at a time. One at a time.
Come on, man.
Rory, let the man speak.
On, man.
Rory, let him speak. You took a shot.
Go ahead.
Alkaline City, you have the floor.
Rory, listen. Rory, I'm really from Red Hook, Brooklyn. I'm really from the hood. I would invite you over to smoke a blunt and have a beer, and then we'll see what you say. 3 o'clock in the morning in the Red Hook Project. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you could do, how you can handle yourself in that type of situation. You be running like a little bitch back to Queens because you a pussy. So stop fucking fronting for Star, because I'll beat the shit out you if I do see you in person.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sit tight. Let Rory respond. You just said you called Rory pussy. Rory, you have the floor. We going someplace else tonight.
Yeah, first off, ain't nobody ever been from Queens. So I don't know where you get your information from. The BX all day, Kingsbridge. You know, I grew up around real Puerto Ricans, not ones that front and want to be black. Because there is no black and brown coalition. You another one that's a fronter, that's a liar. You act like there's some sort of, you got some sort of solidarity with black Americans. You don't. You guys always twist and turn. I didn't see none of you out there during the George Floyd protest. I didn't see no La Migra. I didn't see no Boricuas. It was white and black people. That's all it was. So, you know, it's all good when you want to fit in.
First of all, you fronting, you're a dumbass.
You know, but it's not good
you're
for
a dumbass because if you would have went to my YouTube channel, I was boost to the ground on Black Lives Matter Boulevard. So
guys, one at a time. One at a time. Okay.
You're a fucking
Yo,
dumbass.
this cat jumping in.
I was boost
I'll
to
let
the
him
ground.
talk, right? I'll let him talk, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I went to Red Hook, I would go to an Italian restaurant. That's where I would go. The old school Italians run Red Hook. They're the ones who run the waterfront. Yeah, but you just live in the projects. The Puerto Ricans in Red Hook only live in the projects. I can get rice and beans and roast con pollo right around my way. I don't want to come around there, little cramped up 2-bedroom in the projects apartment, get some dinner. Bro, that's not happening. Why the hell would I ever want to come to the projects? How many times you been to housing court?
Dumbass.
You from Red Hook?
I live in Washington.
Okay, Rory, let him respond. Rory, let him respond. Alkaline City, you have the floor. Let him respond. Go ahead.
Yup, he's a dumbass star. I live in Washington, D.C. I don't live in Red Hook no more. All of my family does. We own property. We own townhouses. We own single-family homes while he's in fucking, he said, Kingsbridge, sucking on cannoli. Get the fuck out of here. You a cannoli sucker. You lucky
if your family got a bus
dripping out of your ass.
You lucky
so
you ain't sitting underneath the coconut tree, man.
You got beat up your whole life by Puerto Ricans. That's why you don't like us. Puerto Ricans fuck you up in the Bronx left and right. Shut up. You're a bitch.
The bus
we know who you are.
They ain't even got a subway in Red Hook. You know that? They got to take the bus. This dude's got to take the bus to get to downtown Brooklyn to catch a train.
Rory, you're not even worth my time.
Come on, bro.
You're not even worth my time. If I saw you in the street, I would smack the shit out of you, rob you, and take all the fucking money out your pocket.
You keep saying you would slap the shit out of me. That would never happen. That would never happen.
Okay,
guys, I want you to go to YouTube. Vaughn's 2 Cents TV. Vaughn's 2 Cents TV. He's got a video of Brother Polight talking crazy about suing niggas. Go ahead, guys. You were saying? Go ahead.
Hey, Rory.
You the first people came over here 18 in a 3-bedroom apartment. You was raised with 5 sisters, man. You was raised with 5 sisters. And you got a corny name. And you got a corny name. Alkaline. What are you, a nerd? What are you, a nerd? You like the periodic elements? You like the table of elements? Alkaline.
I would love to beat the shit out you in front of Star. On fucking camera.
You would never do nothing like that, man. The only star you would see would be going around your head when I punch you in your
bring
face.
The fucking gloves out, bring the cameras out, and let me beat the shit out of him.
Brother Garfield, you should be ashamed of yourself. Sarnetta damn near begged me to take my foot off the gas. I was working with the feds, Brother Garfield. You owe Sarnetta your life. I'm just going to say that.
See, when I snuff your ass.
Listen, you would never touch me, you little bitch. If I saw you, I'd choke the shit out you. I would choke the shit out you as soon as I saw you. I would be like, look at this little white pussy. I'm like, this little white pussy
why your island so fucked up? Why your people so broke, man?
I will put you
why
in
your
dope
people
fiend,
so
choke
broke?
the shit out you.
Come on, man. Why your people so broke? Get it together, man. Get it together. You went to Washington, D.C. You a politician? No, you living in public housing in Washington, D.C. too. There's only two places in D.C.
I own single-family townhouses. I own property.
Or you
what
broke.
the fuck do you own?
Or you broke.
What property do
you
you
own?
own?
You a politician or you broke.
Listen, you don't even got money to
here.
pay your fucking cell phone bill at the end of the month. You
talking about my cell phone bill.
You want to start trying to get a fucking name.
He's talking about his own life. He's talking about his own family struggles. Can't pay rent. Can't pay the cell phone bill. Barely got money for beans. Barely got money for rice and beans. That's why you only have steak once a week. The rest of the week is rice and beans.
You need money to fucking go buy some mozzarella cheese. You got mozzarella cheese dripping out of your ass.
Right. How much that costs?
Money Marvelous, where are you? Are you calling in? Money Marvelous, you sent me a video with you barking on Keith Murray. Are you calling in?
Pepperoni for breakfast.
My mother
Get the
what?
fuck out of
My
here.
mother what? My mother what?
Hey,
My mother what? My mother would slap the shit out of your 4-foot tall little fat mother. Yeah, right. Your mother and your aunt walk around with jugs of grease. Little fat asses having heart attacks by the time they're 40. You get the fuck out of here. My mother would slap the shit out of your fat little dumpling mother. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody fat. I show my picture. I show my picture. You a fake black dude. You a fake blood. You one of them dudes that's scared to be Lion King.
You very unhealthy.
You was scared to be Lion King. You be a blood.
You got fucking cancer.
Yeah,
you got sickle cell anemia. You suffering from arthritis. I can hear your vocal tones. Your fucking thyroid glands sound like they fucking disintegrating. Your thyroid sound like disintegrating, bro.
This cat in the house.
Troll babies, do I keep this going or do I cut them off? Troll babies, do I keep the bullshit going or do I cut them off?
Hey, yo, stop. Fuck this fucking white piece of shit.
No, you guys talk to each other. I'm talking to the troll babies. You guys talk to each other.
Bring the gloves out. Let me beat his dumb ass up.
I'll put a plastino down your throat. I'll put a plastino up your ass, boy.
On fucking,
I'll put a plastino up your zesty ass. Fuck out of here. I'll put a plastino down your throat.
I want to start to put that shit on his community page. Alkaline beating the shit out of this fucking white piece of shit. Trailer trash, motherfucking.
You sucking a black guy off. That's all you do. Suck black guys off. Come on, man. You scared. You shook, man.
You know. You sound like you fucking elephant ass.
Yeah, you
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You's a fucking broke
ass motherfucker.
You're a white
I don't come up on here capping trying to pretend to be black.
Get the fuck
like
out
you.
of here. Go suck
Puerto
on
Rican.
the fucking. Go suck on a fucking
Go suck on a plátano, bitch. Go suck on a plátano.
Go stick a up your mother's cunt.
Right. That's what you should do. Go sit on a plátano.
And add fucking mustard to it, you dumb.
You in long stomach Jen. You in long stomach.
Monkey shit on a Friday night. Pay attention.
Your mama's Jen on the block. That's your mom.
Your mama's
Whoa. Don't bring Jen into this, Rory. Don't do that. Don't bring Jen into this.
How many fathers your siblings got?
Slow down.
How many baby fathers your mama got? How many baby fathers your mama got? How many?
You're a fucking glizzy sucker.
How many baby fathers your mama got?
Fucking asshole. I know. You white Knish trailer trash. Piece of shit, you fucking cannoli.
Ain't no trailer, my man. I'm living in Manhattan. I'm from the Bronx. What are you talking about trailer? See how stupid you sound? See how stupid you sound? You from the public housing, bro. You from public housing.
You sweat cannoli cream.
Well, you right. You grew up on a free summer lunch program. You and all your 5 sisters grew up on a free summer lunch program.
The cannoli cream is pussing out of your pores.
Ain't no cannoli. I'm not Italian.
White trailer
trash.
King Simon, I'm just now seeing your text message. King Simon, pardon self.
Trying to be a philosopher, like he got knowledge. You don't even know people. You don't even know different ethnicities. You don't even know different ethnicities. You're so stupid.
The fucking celebrity boxing match email me.
Right.
Fuck this white piece of shit.
Out of here, man. You should be in Puerto Rico under a banana tree. That's where you should be. In Puerto Rico under a banana tree. Because your people, only thing they do is suck from the social system. They don't add nothing. They don't add nothing for 5 generations already. fuck?
Hassan Campbell, where are you? AKA Poppy, your voice is needed. Guys, has Hassan Campbell gone live with regards to the Brother Polight debacle? We need you on the microphone. Let's go. Hassan, let's go. Let me go to his channel right now.
Fake ass Puerto Rican want to be down with the blacks. This the ones. These the ones you got to be careful for. The ones that pretend like they cool with black people, but they're really not cool with black people. As soon as they go to jail or any other situation comes up, they're not cool at all. But they want to call in the shows and like pretend.
Hassan Campbell, get on the mic. I don't see no new videos. Your voice is needed. Your voice is needed right now. Brother Polight. What say you? We want to hear from you. Are you hanging him out to dry? You giving him a pass? What's going on? All right, so guys, listen, I got to roll off. Alkaline City, good to hear from you.
Now you're sharing the same dreams.
I think he hung. Yeah, he hung up. His line dropped out, Roy.
Slap the shit out of him. Shit. Yeah, right. He needs to slap the shit out of himself for talking to me like that. Fuck out of here.
Hey, man, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you, Rory.
Yes, Puerto Rico. All right, Star.
All right, we'll catch up tomorrow, man. Salute. All right.
Cool, bro.
Cool. All right. Rory tapping in, huh? The Rio Rico Mercado. Got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Rory is an angry pussy taster. He needs Britney back. Oh, okay. I just got YouTube just responded and said that they took down the 2 videos that I gave copyright strikes to earlier. Folks, if you don't know, the Star Report is like a project building in Brooklyn. You take my work, I'm taxing you. You can get the copyright strike removed. Holler at me. It's going to cost you. It's not much. Hang on a second. Where's my email address? It's not much. Just say, yo, OG, nobody told me. I didn't know. That's what all you niggas say. Nobody told me. I send you the Cash App. You send, a respectable donation, and then I contact YouTube. I remove the strike. Now, don't try and fight the strike. Don't try and dispute it, because I'll come back then, pow, and I'll hit you with something else. I'm not going to tell you what that is. But the strike can be removed for a small fee. There's my email address. I just got 2 YouTube confirmations that videos were removed. And salute to the troll babies who have been telling on people. God bless you, troll babies. I'm giving 50% discounts on promo packages if you catch somebody using my audio or video. And a couple of people sent me emails, and I said, do you have a channel to promote? And they said, nah, I just wanted to tell. Nah, I just wanted to tell. Guys, I'm going to take a break, okay? When you take a break, I'm asking you to send a donation to Deeds. I'm not supposed to tell you that Deeds was robbed at gunpoint, getting out of an Uber. Okay, Boss Hog back in the building. Friday night, we're having a great discussion, okay? Captain Tazariak tapped in. Peace to Sadnetta, he tapped in. Rory, Alkaline City, Skylar Saunders. Brother Polight declares his innocence and says he did not take a deal. And y'all niggas better watch how you speak on my name. That's what Brother Polight is saying. All right, hold on a second, guys. Let me go to Cash App. Hey, is it Felicia or Felicia? Got your donation, darling. She says, Polight has repeatedly threatened to sue his ops for years. Nothing new there. He's just trying to control the narrative, as you said. People are sheep. Okay. Well, darling, thank you for your donation. I see your fly ass smoking a cigar, and girl, your hair looks lovely. Lovely. Okay. Kurt, okay. Sit tight. I got you. Jerris, I got you. Okay, Jerris, what number are you calling from? There's a bunch of numbers here, sir. Can you tell me the area code in your Cash App? That would be great. Okay. Blade tapping is. Oh, Blade says star lined deeds up for the jokes. Did you guys send Deeds a small donation? Some niggas caught her getting out of an Uber or a Lyft. It's not funny. But we have to be truthful with the audience. Sir Shy got your donation. We appreciate you, Deeds. Giants versus Yankees. Okay. Sir Shy, do you read super chats so I can comment more words? Okay. Hold on. I was looking for somebody to tap in. Okay, thank you, Rory. I got your donation also. Thank you, Rory. I'm looking for, who's area code 570? That's a Pennsylvania exchange. Good evening, 570, Friday night. Where do you want to chime in?
Yeah, what's good?
Yes, sir. How are you?
What's the word?
What's crack? Man, Brother Polight, man. Brother Polight says y'all niggas doing too much. That's what's going on.
Yeah. I like him. Real talented brother with the words. As far as the child molestation stuff, I can't call it. I don't know what's going on over there. You know what I mean? I hope it's not true. I hope, whatever the case may be, but he's a real talented brother. I like him. Intelligent, but as far as the polygamy and the children and all that stuff, he gotta just fall back, gotta chill, gotta stop. Word.
Can I ask where you're calling from, sir, and how old are you? I got all the time in the world tonight.
Yeah, I'm calling from the Poconos. I spoke to you before. It's Dre.
Got you. Salute. 46?
Yeah, salute. 44.
44. Okay. So now, objectively speaking,
yeah.
Many of your religious doctrines speak about planting your seed in fertile soil. Yes?
Yeah, I guess. Those books.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yes?
Yeah, but, that's foul, man. You shouldn't be, a grown man can't be dealing with an underage. It's nothing that an underage girl has for grown men at all, whatsoever. Sexually, mentally, nothing. So, yeah, I can't.
So are you a father? Do you have daughters?
No, I don't have daughters, but I have one son. He's about 15. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have.
I'm an atheist, sir, a proud non-believer in the theory of God. However, your religious doctrines speak about womanhood, and when the vessels are ready, when they're ready. Stay with me, so I'm sipping wine. Stay with me. Regardless of what we see out here on the gram and all these bitches with polluted wombs, smoking hookahs,
Right.
The crotches have 6 different colors of discharge.
Yeah, I hear you.
A man of substance, a man of a certain caliber, a high value man should only plant his seed in something that is pure and untouched, according to religious doctrines.
Got you. Got you. I see where you're going with this. Understood.
You know?
Nah, bro.
A non-polluted womb.
Nah.
Non-polluted womb.
That's that. Nah, you can't. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, if
Well, says who, sir? Sir, says who? The white man? The U.S. government? Says who?
Nah, it's not even
Says
about
who?
that white man, black and stuff. Listen, it's about this. If you a grown man and you dealing with an underage girl, her brain is underdeveloped. You can't even communicate properly. A grown man should not be even communicating with a young woman, especially on sexual levels. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand grown men who like younger women. That's just not younger women as far as I'm talking about underage women, not younger women, but underage females. Their brain is underdeveloped. You can't even have a proper conversation with a little girl. Like, why would you want to have sex? Not you, but in general, why would you want to? You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to be smashing a little girl for what? That don't make no sense. Save that for the young boys. Say that. You know what I mean? Put them away for the young boys, man. Even if they like you, even if the little girls, yeah.
I appreciate the call, sir. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Listen. I gave him the last word. Who am I to say what is and what shouldn't be? If I'm a man of a certain caliber, fuck, I'm gonna lie down with some bitch and procreate, knowing good and goddamn well this bitch smokes Bubba Kush wrapped in grape wraps, DNA all soiled. Bitch got lace fronts glued on her head, Bitch's breath stinking like fucking, what is that, Casamigos and Reggie. Who the fuck would want to procreate with that? Spanky Big Head, I see. He says, slow down, big nigga. You're doing too much, okay? He says who? The United States government? The white man? Then he says, Star, who in their right mind with any street sense would waste 2 minutes of their day listening to Brother Polight or any of those Hotep alleged schemers? Well, sir, I'm just talking, Just talking. Jarvis, I got your other donation. Okay, 301. Hold on a second. There you go. Where's 301? I don't see you, sir. Did we speak already? I'll come back. I don't see your on the area code 240. Jarvis, is that you? I got your donation.
Yeah, this. What's up? What's happening?
Good to hear from you, sir. Friday night, it's a shit show. Let you know right now, it's a shit show. Okay?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time. I just want to chime in real quick, man. I've been listening.
Come on.
And I want to bring some truth to the situation. I'm up to speed on the whole Polight case. I'm up to speed on Garfield, House of Consciousness. Okay. I got love for Sarnetta and the House of Consciousness. But my man Garfield did not throw shots at Sarnetta.
Okay.
And he did not say he should. Garfield simply said he doesn't want to do an interview.
Okay.
Because there's a group. There's a group of us in the community that are not trying to hear none of this shit.
Gotcha.
We've already made our conclusions. We got the evidence.
Okay.
We have been following the case for 2 years. The evidence is there. A lot of the people, they're not looking at the evidence because they don't want to. They want Polight to be innocent. They want him back on the platform. Okay. And there's a group of men that are standing up saying, look, we're not trying to hear none of that shit.
Gotcha.
He's already been allegedly scamming for years. Mm-hmm. We have plenty of proof that he's no good. We don't want to hear it.
Okay.
So this whole narrative that he was throwing shots, no, he's just telling the truth.
Okay.
And people are taking it as he's throwing shots.
Are you going to speak to Brother Garfield? Send him my regards. You know, just listen. I work with the feds, man. That's no fucking secret. You feel me? And
I don't know Garfield like that. I don't know Garfield like that.
Well, I'm asking you. Hang on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm asking you if I read it wrong. You know, just say, hey man, Star said, you know, it was a misunderstanding, but you know, truthfully, we were coming for him. 2017.
Yeah.
I called Sarnetta, hey, high strung, sipping Jägermeister, barking, and he said, brother, come on, brother. And then he called me back the next day, you know, and I said, all right, I'll take my foot off the gas. But Sarnetta slowed me down. That's a fact. He just called. Just called in.
Sarnetta's a good dude. He's a good.
Okay.
Look here, but I want to ask you this. See, the thing is, there's a lot of double talking going on. I want you to ask Sarnetta, why is he saying that he knows what Polight copped to?
I don't know.
Sarnetta is saying that he knows what Polight pled to, and this is the double talking in the game plan that's going on. This is what Garfield called out.
Okay.
Sarnetta said that he knows what Polight copped to, and now Polight saying he didn't cop to nothing. It's a lot of bullshit going on.
Okay.
People, look here. Polight is Sarnetta's brother. That's the bottom line. They're brothers, dog. They love each other. That he has a loyalty to Polight, and the rest of the community is like, look here, we know that's your peoples, but we not standing with that shit.
Right.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You understand? So that's just my 2 cents, man.
Okay.
Peace to everybody.
Peace. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. That man, Spence Scroll, I appreciate the call. Malmu got your donation. Star, did you end up buying Boosie's Rolls Royce? Fuck no, I wouldn't buy that nigger mobile. Probably smells like Kush, you know, and fucking Casamigos. And what is that other shit you guys drink now? I wouldn't buy that fucking piece of shit. Debussy. What? Debussy Mines? Okay. Shout out to brother Sarnetta. Okay, we're not taking shots at Sarnetta. Okay. Debussy. Okay, Debussy is Mines. That's the name. Star, I know your background, you nigga wop. You were right next to Russell Simmons. Ooh, okay, you're talking really crazy. You're talking really crazy. Okay, he's taking shots at Alkaline City and saying, lock up nigger Polight. Damn. It's Friday night. I got to read it. Big Aki tapping in. Oh, yeah, and it's up. The algorithm bull just told Pap on Twitter, either you speak up or I will. That Jiggy Brooklyn Geico better speak up. LOL. Hashtag the Bulls. What's going on with Easy the Block Captain? Has he gone live yet, troll babies? I kind of pulled back on that, you know? I kind of pulled back. Crime Skills, sit tight. You're up next, sir. Crime Skills, sit tight. Marshall Bussington III sends in a donation. I enjoy the finer things in life, such as listening to your reports and ending the evening with a shot of brandy. Okay, and a eager man's buttocks. That sounds crazy. Facing the heavens, what? Okay. Docs, I got your donation. Star, keep doing what you do, brother. Thank you, Docs. Salute to you, Docs. Big Aki says, oh yeah, FBA, your shirt is hot summer project day trash. Nigga, the shirt is different type of trash. So you need a different type of design, goofy. Oh, man. And then he says, I can't wait till they put that wide-nosed, lying, non-FBA niglet behind bars. Fuck his imaginary 100 books and his language. Nigga is an Egyptian alleged pedo. Damn, Big Aki, shit. Crime Skills, good evening, sir. Late night on a Friday. Thank you for your patience. Crime Skills, are you there, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on? What's going on?
Friday, we're talking hella crazy. Brother Polight says he did not take a plea deal, and y'all niggas better watch how you speak on my name. That's what's going on. Yeah, what's going on?
Brother Polight, Young Pharaoh, Sinetta, what's the other? Dr. Umar Johnson. All of these niggas are on the same level. And this is the problem and what they're doing. You know what I noticed with them? They always pulling black people towards these fuckery, this Egyptian.
Crime Skills, I don't go after other channels. You know that. I don't do that. If it pertains to
let me pull back.
If it pertains to the topic, Brother Polight, chime in. But I don't want to, attack someone else's platform. That doesn't benefit me. Please.
All right, let me stick with Polight. So you said I heard you said something about sowing seeds in unfertile some of the sort. But you know what's so sad? All of these so-called spiritual men, if you go back to that one that was in Waco, Texas, they always use the Bible and twist it to violate kids. And then when you dig into the guy's guilty. Let me just say that he did it, and he's using that little Egyptian fuckery to cover, to hide his cover. That's all it is. Straight up.
You put some respect on David Koresh's name. Go ahead. Waco, Texas. Respect on that man's name, David Koresh.
Yeah. David Koresh, whatever the bumbleclot him name. The same pervert, same weirdo, same thing as Brother Polight. No difference. It's just the color of the skin. That's all. Same thing. Same. The Bible, they take the Bible and twist it, and he took the Egyptian theology, garbage, nonsense, worshiping of demons, and trying to pull black people into good for him. I hope they put him in the bottom of the prison. Real talk. Come out, man. That's it.
No. Crime Skills. Now, you're a man of the Bible, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk Haile Selassie and his wife.
Go ahead. Nice topic. Go ahead.
Well, come on, tell
Haile
us.
Selassie. What's up with him?
Well, tell us.
What's up with him? Let me tell you. Let me tell you about this guy. This Selassie guy, right?
Selassie I.
He was the last. He was the last king from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Now, this is the problem with a lot of Rastafarian Jamaicans. I have locks, but I don't say Emperor Selassie and none of that BS. I don't emphasize on his name. This is the problem with a lot of Rastafarians. They take that and they twist it, and they want to say he's God and he's of supreme and he's supreme and he's all. A lot of them, not all of them. The guy was a regular man. He was for his people, yes, but he's just from the tribe of Judah. That's all. And a matter of fact, he shunned the idea that he's from the tribe of Judah. It's people that pushes that onto him. You see what I'm saying? So that's another topic. But back to this Polight guy, they guilty. Yeah. Same type of individual, them.
That's it?
Yeah, what's up? What else you want to know about Selassie? Ain't nothing more. I don't know what you know. But like you're a regular dude to me, and I tell you, I have locks. And when people say, "Hey, you Rasta," I'm like, nah, I'm not Rasta. I just have locks.
Right,
okay,
right.
I don't say Selassie. I get it straight. He was a regular guy.
I don't want to go
regular
back.
Guy.
Okay, I don't want to go back too far, but okay. So Brother Polight, he says he did not take a plea deal. Should we be patient, or are we going to do what we do on social media? Just go in and for clicks and views, or what are we doing here? Crime Skills.
We go in and get the numbers up and destroy him and tear him down while he's down. That's what we do in the social media. Tear him down while he's down. We get that views, man. We don't care, man. He did it, man. He's guilty. He got to prove to us he didn't do it.
Shit.
Straight up.
Okay.
No curve.
Good to talk.
Yeah.
Good to talk to
Guilty.
you, sir. Good to talk to you.
Respect every time.
Good respect. Okay. Crime Skills. Shit. Did I promote all of my sponsors tonight? Guys, if you're a sponsor and you have not called in a while, I want you to feel free to always call in, promote, or just send me an email and say, hey, Star, can you mention my platform? I take my sponsors very, very serious. Blade. Oh, Blade says Star tried to line up for the feds to run down the same way he tried to line up Blade for the ADL to run down. Okay. Thank you, Blade. Guys, if we're done, we're done. You know, it's been a healthy discussion here tonight. I never got the call from this guy who was supposed to talk about Keith Murray. Did you guys see some video with Money Marvelous? He never called in, or he didn't send me an email saying he was on the line. Folks, you have to tell me via email what number you're calling from. I'm 59. My fucking eyes aren't what they used to be. I can't just guess. I'm looking at 30 goddamn calls in the queue, you know? T, I got your donation. Okay, I read that one. Firestarter, I never got the link. You were supposed to send me a link to some person bigging me up in the world of radio. Okay. I'm a proud social engineer and a content creator. All that radio shit, man. Doing throwback shows. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, I got a couple of people tapping in on my phone. Give me a second, guys. Okay, Jordan Wells. Let's do some promoting tonight, man. This is what I'm talking about. Jordan Wells, are you there, sir? Author.
Yeah. Hey, Star, how's everything? How you doing?
Good to hear from you, man. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I got your stuff on the screen here. I got your books.
Oh, great. Okay, I was calling to see, make sure you got that.
The Second Son, there it is right there. Okay. In my community section, folks, is a link to Jordan Wells' books. Now, you sent me Madam President before, yes? I got Madam President also?
Yeah, that's the re-release version. That's the second edition. Because I just recently hired I found an editor to help me with my work. So
okay.
She polished some things up for me. So I just re-released the Madam President. So that's a much more polished version and much more detail.
Nice. So let me ask you a question, because people from time to time ask me things when I'm doing my consultations. I still do consultations. It helps me, stay in tune with the younger audience. Are you available to ghostwrite if somebody wants to, put their thoughts into a book? Males, females, whoever, older people who want to get shit off their chest. Are you available for that?
I was, but now I have like 3 other projects I'm working on. So I'm just like kind of just like book solid for the next 6-7 months.
Okay.
I was because I was planning on working with Big Face Gary, but that never happened.
Right.
I don't know what happened on his part, but
Good guy.
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Good guy.
But, it happens,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so in my community section, again, there's a link to The Second Son, a novel by Jordan Wells. You want to tell us more about this than what you told us last time you called in? Take your time, please.
Yes. So to not to give too much away, but it's a story about a father named Matthew Ferguson who tragically loses his 11-year-old son, Jimmy, to suicide, and he was a victim of cyberbullying. And Matthew, the father, he kind of takes matters into his own hands, and he finds a bully, and then something else, instead of him forwarding it to the authorities, he takes a different turn with everything. But that's as much as I want to put in. I don't want to give too much away, but
okay.
It's a psychological thriller novel, and brand new. Just put it out there. It's available on Amazon as well as Barnes and Noble, so anywhere you can get a book.
Okay. Anything with regards to book signings or appearances that you want to mention? Do you do that? Do you go to certain Barnes and Noble and places like that and talk with people?
Yeah, sometimes I did that on a few occasions. I did pop-up shops, where I have that. I was supposed to be doing something during the summer in Jersey.
Okay.
I just haven't heard back from the owner of the place. But yeah, usually from time to time, if I do that, I sometimes I promote it as best way as I could. But other than that, it's all online, on Amazon, where people can purchase a copy.
Okay. Jordan Wells, man, always good to hear from you. I'm gonna dive into this book, The Second Son, sometime 2 weeks from now, because I'm moving back to Jersey, as you know. But
that's right. Right.
I appreciate you sending me another copy, man. Thank you for your time as always.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, though. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right. Malmo sends another donation in. Star, do you think Polight needs to rebrand himself and change his name to P. Liddy? What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. Guys, I think we've done enough here tonight. Thank you for your time, for entertaining this discussion. I thought it was very important for us to come back and say that Brother Polight has declared his innocence, regardless of people saying, he took a plea deal. I said he took a plea deal in my past show. And let's be patient. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what happens. And if he is convicted of some things, and then I'm sure we will rejoin these discussions as well, okay? Let me get some sponsors on the screen. As a matter of fact, let me get Jordan Wells' book here. Hold on, you guys can order this book. He's a great writer, Jordan Wells. Great writer.